Regardless of the medium, wanting more colors is something I've struggled with, and according to the comments in my channel, we share this. And it's obvious why. A new shiny tube of paint holds the promise of desires and dreams fulfilled. Does it? It whispers, I'm the one you need to get that light you want. Maybe. But do this exercise before hearing more voices and heading towards the store or a psychiatrist. With the trick I'll show you today, I painted this frog. Today, we'll focus on one medium that has gotten a lot of attention and not a lot of us can pronounce correctly: wash. This is my wash set. I got this small set because it was on sale and have been wanting to experiment with it. This is the primary introductory set of 6 colors. It includes primary red, primary yellow, primary blue, ivory black, zinc white, and primary green medium. And at first glance, this green doesn't seem nice, but before condemning it, I used it. And see, it works. Not my favorite though, I'll admit that. Overall, this is a good, limited set to see if the wash texture is something you enjoy. And this approach has helped me getting into new mediums, experimenting with a few colors to test out if I enjoy the medium at all. I rather do that instead of going all into a medium with all of the unknowns. That's how I try to buy smartly. It has a high rate of success, and the data is based in me, collected by me, invented by me. While this set is really good in terms of paint quality, I found it lacking. Let's get this straight. The Wash by Winsor & Newton is fantastic, but I don't like this color selection. I love using what is called a double primary palette. Have you heard of this? In case you haven't, allow me a brief explanation. If you see the usual chroma circle, you'll have a yellow, blue, and a red, or magenta, instead of red, but that's another conversation. The main thing here is that in a double primary palette, we have 2 color wheels, one for the warm yellow, blue, and red, another for the cool yellow, cool blue, and cool red, or magenta. By having these, I know which colors will remain bright and which will become muddy. And I like muddy colors. They bring strength into a painting. In this chart, I have very cool and warm watercolors so that you can see the full picture. Oh, it's also called a split palette, in case you hear it like that. Let's get back to my wash set. Compared with the colors I can get for these 6 watercolors, of course the wash I have is limited. Full disclosure, Winsor & Newton offers a set of 10 paints that seem to have a split color palette. Do you have that set? If you do, please let me know what you think of it. Now, the obvious solution would be to dig down the rabbit hole and choose other 3 primaries to complete my usual double primary. Head to the store, see other cool tubes, debate for a while, and angrily but responsibly buy the only 3 tubes I need, because following our budgets is healthy. But I can be creative today and postpone the research, trip, headache, and I can use this big tube of white wash and mix it with my watercolors. Now, I'll be honest, I like to analyze when something makes sense financially. First, financial consideration. If I knew I wanted to only work with wash, it makes sense to buy more tubes and stop working around what I have. Second financial consideration, price. I'm suggesting for you to mix your precious watercolors with white wash, which for many watercolorists would be amount to be condemned and outcast forever. Yes, we have heard that watercolors are about using that amazing transparency, and it's incorrect to use white pigments. Before you throw tomatoes at me, here's the deal. I am not hurting anyone by using white. For this technique, I love using Dr. P.H. Martin's watercolors. In case you didn't know, I'm an engineer, so here's some math. Dr. P.H. Martins are $8 with 23 cents per 30 milliliters, while Daniel Smith's are $11 with 74 cents per 15 milliliters for the Hansa Yellow, which was the cheaper in my split palette. And quinacridone magenta, just to have another example, is $14 with 57 cents per 50 milliliters. This means that each milliliter of any P.H. Martins is 27 cents, while Daniel Smith is at minimum 78 cents per milliliter and at the most 97 cents per milliliter. So, in order to mix either with white, I rather mix the one that costs less. But that's just my way of thinking. For mixing white wash and getting more colors without buying more paint tubes, because I already have that, Dr. P.H. Martins is the winner. And FYI, it is a great watercolor to use. Anyhow, I decided to test this out with my Daniel Smith colors as well. But I won't use them again for this. I really love how Daniel Smith behave by themselves. But I will continue to use my Dr. P.H. Martins with white wash. Mainly the price, and because I'm not using wash as my main medium. If I were, then maybe I would consider getting at least a split palette of wash. But I am in a no-buy challenge, and I promise myself and you to not buy any new paints. So this is me accomplishing that challenge. Which one do you like better? And so this apple is the one I made with Winsor & Newton. And I really like the colors. Overall, I think I was a little bit scared of how to use that green. I thought the green was going to be too vibrant compared to what I really wanted to achieve. And then this one, I used Dr. P.H. Martins, and I think you can see there's a lot of differences, but I think I'm way more confident with using a split palette, and that's what helped me here. After all, this is all about experimenting. Regardless of how much material either of us has, my intention is to share a solution that may work for you. I hope that you work around the paints that you have, experiment with them, use watercolors, then acrylics or ink over them. If after trying you still find you need a certain paint, it's okay to get it. I'm not trying to get everybody into the no buy art supplies challenge, but I'm just hoping we do things more consciously. Will you try this watercolor and wash mixing? I hope to learn from you in the comments. If you like this video, you might enjoy this other one. Thanks for being here. See you in the next one.